Hello, everybody. Gosh, dog, there's already 10 people on here. Shoot, we gotta go, like right now. Hey, guys. How y'all doing? Thanks for tuning in today. So, back to Q&A. Adam and I have been out for a couple of weeks because we've been doing a installation video on an LML carb-approved CP3 conversion that we got from the guys at Fleece. So, be looking for that. That hopefully will drop next week or two. The LML CP3 emissions compliant kit is a collaboration between Fleece and S&S. Has an S&S pump in it, so check the video out. Really cool, very detailed, long video. So if you guys are looking to do the job, this video should be able to get you through every bit of that. So yeah, what are we working on this week? Adam and I are actually getting ready to go out to the shop, and we're going to be doing a overview on a 2020 Ford Power Stroke with a 6.7 Scorpion motor in it. We just got one in the other day here at the shop that we're going to be testing on. We're actually going to be driving to some of the shows and stuff too, so that'll be pretty cool. The if you guys don't know, the 2020 Power Stroke has got the new 10-speed transmission in it. It's supposed to be rated at 475 horsepower and 1,050 foot-pounds of torque. So it is the stoutest of all three of the light-duty diesels out there right now.
We haven't talked about it, but I guess we can tell them we got rid of our LML.
Yeah.
The trusty
yes,
travel truck.
Our travel truck is gone. Our LML that Adam and I drove all across the country from 2011 up till last year, so she's gone. And 6.7 truck that we did quite a few videos on, installation videos, had twin turbos on it. Twins, yeah, pour one out for the homies. The twin fuelers on from ATS, so those are all videos that you can check out too. I'm gonna go to Tim Pede's comment right now, or a homie Tim Pede. Judgment Day is definitely going to happen next year, barring dude that we don't have another damn pain.
He's going to ask that tricky, and I want to make sure we get this. He said Judgment Day or the Red Mile event. I don't think he was meaning both of them. We're not sure which one's happening yet. Right now, probably the Red Mile event is happening, but we still have to wait for some check boxes to get checked before we can move forward with that more.
Yeah, okay. I was kind of looking at Adam like, what the hell are you talking about? Because I didn't even know it was a thing. I didn't know that Judgment Day was back on the table. I know we kind of kicked around some of the ideas about maybe Judgment Day, but Judgment Day, if you think about anything that Thoroughbred Diesel does is an extracurricular yearly activity, that's Judgment Day, which I totally get it. Tim, you've been to pretty much all of them, so
I get a lot of questions all the time asking if we're going to bring
back Judgment Day
back.
Yeah,
so that's why I was wanting to make sure that we didn't.
Red Mile's going to be an awesome event, but once we, last year or year before last, it would have been great if we just had the weather for it, dude. So just keep watching. Austin Gifford, I'm going to get to a few of these questions. Austin Gifford, stock 02 Auto Cummins. What is the first performance mod you would do? Lift pump, lift pump, lift pump. Austin, don't let anybody tell you any different. If you've already got lift pump done, then the second thing I'm going to tell you to do, if you're looking for a performance mod, it just depends on what performance you want to go with. I'm going to tell you to put a Smarty on the truck because it gives you the ability to read and clear diagnostic codes, and there's certain other modules that you're going to be able to use that in conjunction with. So, but lift pump, lift pump, lift pump. All right, Jason Lafferty said, can you explain whether or not a transmission relearn is required when switching to a shift-on-the-fly switch 2018 Ram 2500? If you change the tuning, Jason, then the relearn steps need to be followed, yes. Rick Blackwell, when will someone come up with an adapter kit to mount a 6-speed manual to a 6.7 Power Stroke? Rick, I do not know. That's a very good question. I tell you who's really good at stuff like that is Cummins Conversions. They may already have that in the works. So if it's something you're looking at, I don't know that they've got it, but Cummins Conversions or D-Stroked, those guys I'm sure will have it or be coming up with it. Trent Gardner said, just sold my LB7 looking at a 2011 Cummins. How are the transmissions on them, and are they reliable? 68 RFE gets a bad rap, just like every other Dodge transmission that's ever been in the history of Dodge transmissions. I'm going to tell you that there's a few things that you can do to those trucks or those transmissions that make them that are going to make them more reliable for you. Obviously, Transmission tuning is one thing that you can look at. There's several different options for that. The thermal bypasses that you have from ATS and other manufacturers. Valve bodies on those transmissions are really where most of your problems lay. So you can do the valve body upgrade where you do, let's just keep talking in terms of ATS, the milled separator plate that ATS has that keeps you from having the deflection in the, well, I take that back. If you have deflection in your valve body, it can be milled. They offer a valve body that's already milled, and the run out in it's fixed. It's very, very flat, and then it's got this separator plate in it, so you don't have that warpage or that deflection that you get inside of it. That helps with you not having cross leaks. The hub assemblies as well, the front drum assembly that Suncoast does. There's lots of different things that you can do to those transmissions to be able to beef them up and make them just a healthier transmission for you, man. So yeah, don't be afraid of them. They're expensive, but there's things that you can do.
How much would re-gearing help those transmissions?
AC/DC just came out with a new song. It's still the greatest band ever, Mansell Washburn. Rest in peace to our boy Eddie Van Halen. No bueno. 2020 gets another one. 2020 got Joe Diffie. That was bullshit as well. My man, Mansell Washburn. Nick Hot Ujic. 2011 Duramax, 167,000 miles on it. I got all fluids changed, trans filter, rear end fluids changed. What should I be expecting in the near future to get fixed or fixed to prevent any other issues? Nick, I'm going to tell you, if this is a truck that still has a CP4 on it, I want to tell you the first thing that you're going to need to do is do a CP4 to CP3 conversion. If you're not able to do that financially or something you don't feel comfortable with doing, I would definitely suggest you to get a aftermarket lift pump like a Fast or an Air Dog. Increase your filtration, give positive fuel pressure at the CP4 pump, and that'll go a long way to helping with the longevity of the pump. Lindsay Acosta says 2019 Cummins doing a Fast, but should I convert my engine fuel filter over to the new Cat filter head and filter? Lindsay, if you're doing a Fast that has the filters already on it, then it's actually going to bypass that setup and it's going to go straight to your CP4. I don't know that is correct, and I don't know why, because the 19 Cummins switched over to the CP4. I don't know if the Fast runs right straight to the CP4 yet or not.
We've had this before.
We have.
We looked it up,
yeah.
And I cannot remember that.
Lindsay, I'm going to defer on that. I'm actually going to answer your questions because I don't know why I can't remember if the Fast kits are up to 18 or up to 19. We'll get you an answer on that. But what I will say, in any of the other light duty systems, if you purchase a Fast that has the filters already on, so if you buy a fuel air separation system kit with both filters on, it's going to bypass those filters and it's going to go right straight to your injection pump, save for in the case of Duramaxes, which they offer a Duramax fuel filter delete. But extra filtration is always a good thing. However, you don't want to put too much restriction into the system. Don Pence, my man, and the balls are on a roll, buddy. I know. Randy Williams. Yeah, I know. What we're 0-2. We'll talk about it.
We talk trash to Don. We can't be mad when he brings it back. Good for you, Don.
Good for you, Don. Good for you. Now win the East. Hello, Dylan. Hey.
Fast has its own for 19 and 20 Rams.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, and does it bypass the stock fuel filter and go straight to the CP4?
It does.
It does. Awesome. All right, well, there you go, Lindsay. Oh, we forgot to tell Dylan. Thank you, Dylan. So it bypasses, goes straight to the CP4. You're in good shape. All right. Jason Lafferty. So relearn when switching settings is the purpose of on the fly, no longer a benefit.
This was your.
This is original. Speaking in terms of original operating system, or the operating system that you're gonna have to switch to. That's an old term. No, every time that you switch between tunes on shift on the fly, no, there won't be any relearns. However, with these transmissions, with the adaptive learning that they have, if you go straight from 1 to 5 and you go from driving like a grandpa to driving like an idiot in 0.7 of a second, then you may have some bang up on the shifts, but the transmission should catch up. That's a maybe, or should. Again, don't drive like that. Give the transmission time to adaptive learning that. So I have 04.5 comes automatic with 117,000 miles. It's completely stock. Looking to do some upgrades to better ensure reliability to get that 1 million mile mark. Also may tow a camper in the future. Any suggestions are much appreciated. Thanks. Cole Faulkner, a couple things that you can do. Obviously check your pressures on the transmission. Make sure that you're going into it with a healthy transmission with that type of mileage you should be. Torque converter upgrade. Input shaft upgrade. Governor pressure solenoid upgrade. Valve body upgrade. Those are some of the things that you can put in place and already have them in place going forward. And then if you have any problems with the clutch packs, you can upgrade the clutch packs, some of the internals inside of it. But if you got a healthy transmission going forward, those are the things that you can do to it to make sure that you can get the maximum life out of the transmission. Plus, you have some of the pieces in place going forward. All right. Tough loss Saturday. Really thought y'all had one. Going to be a tough road Saturday for my beloved Vols. Yeah, who does Tennessee have Saturday? Oh, we got to get sheets together. Georgia?
Yeah, because they were. That was a whole conspiracy with the Gatewood release, and they had Cade Mays that was playing at Georgia. Yeah. Soon went to Tennessee,
but he got cleared.
They both did.
Yeah, but he got cleared before Gatewood did.
They got cleared on the same day.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah, it was all part of the same thing. That was. Yeah.
How many miles to relearn, or is it an amount of time? Jason, again, it's the conditions. It's the conditions of what you go through between the shift on the fly and what you're going through there. Again, you're talking about the extremes to where if you go from one driving condition extreme to another. I think if you're asking this question, you're probably having some shifting issues. If you're having some shifting issues, what I'm telling you, what my suggestion to you is, Jason, is get a log of that and get it to your tuner so your tuner can help you to find out if it's a tuning issue or it's a actual mechanical issue in the vehicle, man.
I want to know people that think that just hop on in the middle of this and we're randomly talking about SEC football, like what they're like.
Yeah.
How is this related to diesel stuff?
Yeah. Sorry. And we talk about this all the time, and not to get off on a tangent, but we talk about this all the time, that you think that all guys like sports. Well, in our niche, they like motorsports. They're not, there's a lot of times that Adam and I are standing around and somebody we're like, hey man, did you know Georgia beat Auburn or something like that? And they're like, foosball, that's it. So
I don't
it's
watch
good.
Soccer.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, Tom Brady shot the 3 points for 31 points or something like that.
On the football court.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's that's just part of it. But most everybody is outdoorsy or things of that nature, and we all have a common interest, and that is motorsports. Lindsay Clements Acosta says she's also waiting to be featured on Truck Tuesday.
That's my fault.
This is the man that you need to talk to right here, Lindsay. Good job. All right. Randy, did I miss your truck? Yeah, I did. Or I missed your question. I'm sorry, man. I apologize. I completely apologize. Stock 03 comes. I've heard different opinions of intakes and a simple filter replacement. Most say K&N filter replacement is the best for it comes. Looking for reliability. What's your opinion? Randy, there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. So let's just talk about intakes overall. You can totally stay with your stock intake, which is going to be a closed box design. It's going to pull from a cold air location in the engine compartment. You can totally do a drop-in filter for your box. That's something that we carry. Doesn't matter what the brand is, K&N, S&B, so on. The reason that you go to that filter, if you do a drop-in filter, is higher efficiency and lifetime filter. These are going to be the last time you ever had to buy a filter. You bring it out, you wash it, you put it back in the box, and you're ready to go. If you're looking for something more aesthetically pleasing, so you want to do that upgrade to your truck, so when you pop the hood, you get the oohs and the ahs. Intakes, full air intakes. They're going to pull from a cold air location. They have very large filter media to work with. The filters are washable. They're lifetime filters. It doesn't matter which one you use, K&N or AFE or S&B or any of the long list of great manufacturers that make these things. They're all very good ones. I know on this show a lot of times we talk about HSP as well. HSP makes an absolutely beautiful intake for these trucks. They're just freaking awesome. It's very, very nice. It's a very, very nice. So, so does WC Fab. Those are the guys that do custom fabrication stuff like that. Companies like that they work on stuff like that. Just crazy how nice it is. So, Randy, to wrap all of that stuff up, it's really going to be a personal choice of what you're looking for your truck. Are you looking for? You said you're looking for reliability. So I would feel like you're probably looking for something that's going to serve you financially as well, but you're also going to get bang for your buck. Again, drop-in filters upgraded will work just fine for you. If you want to spend the extra buck and do an air intake, that's fine too. A lot of times on the aftermarket air intakes, usually sometimes the filters are even easier to replace and clean. So that's a lot of information, buddy. I hope that helps you to make a wise decision on what you're looking for there. You almost responded, almost. Don Pence, I don't think we're going to have anything on the pulling truck next spring, man. We're going to try it. We're going to keep trying. We got an idea on that. It's just getting it implemented.
We're kind of in a weird spot with the guys that work on it, too. Got so much going on outside of the...
We're all getting older, and we're all getting families and stuff, too, and it's kind of you need a young guy to get in the truck seat and bang around on it or be able to drag your family all over hell and high water doing it. So Roger Kramer, 06 Cummins needs a new trans. Who builds the best for long term and mild tune? Roger, you are absolutely everything that's out there. 47 and 48 RE transmissions, just talking in the 47, 48 sectors, you're not going to get any better than any of the guys that we sell. ATS, BD, Suncoast. All three of those are excellent transmissions for you. Not going to go wrong with any of them. So one of the things that we look at on that is who has the shipping deal of the week. They all play around in different shipping deals. Right now we've got a shipping special going on Suncoast. So it's $150 for both ways shipping. So that's $150 for round trip shipping. So it might be something to look at right there. If you're on the West Coast, ATS is a good one. Because it gets it to you a little bit quicker and whatnot. BD, we've got BD all over the country, so any of them are going to be good for you, man. I would suggest making sure that you do the upgraded input shaft on any of those.
Flex plate.
And flex plate, yes, sir. Brent Bailey said, got a grinding noise on my 0124, about 195,000, solid stock truck. It grinds in gear when there's no gas given and just idling in gear while moving. No clutch noise or anything. It's just when it's pulling itself with light throttle or just idling while moving in gear. What could that be if you may know? Got a grinding noise on the 0124, about solid stock truck. It grinds in gear when there's no gas given and just idling in the gear while moving. No clutch noise or anything. It's just when it's pulling itself with a light throttle or just idling while moving in gear. What could that be if you may know? Brent, first thing I'm gonna tell you is brakes. That would be the first thing that I would look at. When I was first reading your question here, I thought, well, maybe this is a lug. Maybe you're getting it in a lug and you're hearing that sound from the transmission there. I'm going to tell you to look at your brakes first off. If it's not the brakes, then does it go away when you push the clutch in? If it goes away when you push the clutch in, it could be something in your clutch. Did you just purchase an aftermarket clutch? Man, there's a lot to that. There's just a lot.
That's what my truck just sounded like when it was
grinding. Yeah, AC compressor. That was AC. Yeah, AC compressor was what was.
And I could only hear it when it was going.
Yeah.
On. Of course, mine's automatic, but I could only hear it when it was idling because it was engine was too.
Starting to seem like we gave you dumb answers. It's kind of it's open to, hey, my truck's making a grinding noise, but Brent, I hope that helps you and leads you maybe in some of the direction that you need to. So, run a four almost the time for better mileage. I run a 4 almost all the time for better mileage,
but
recently bought a camper trailer and I'm going to pull it on setting 2, so I will only be switching when I'm pulling back for when empty. No transitions at this time, trying to avoid it. Jason, you will have adaptive learning that the truck is actually going to do when you hook to the trailer as well too, so just drive it normally, man. Alexander Babyak, 12 Cummins had a fast fuel tightened, put on gas gauge was stuck after we dropped the tank again, checked it, put it back, and now it won't read under quarter tank. Any ideas? It will not read under a quarter of a tank. Any ideas? I don't know. Did you change your distance to empty, Alexander? I don't know. That has to be done. I can't remember on the Titans whether that's done, how that's done. I can't remember that. Ford can be done at the dealership. Chevrolet can be done with EFI Live. I cannot remember what you have to do on the Cummins to read that. But it sounds to me, it almost sounds like you've still got an issue with that float. So, Kyle Bradshaw, why did I buy a 7.3? Kyle, you bought a 7.3 because you wanted a damn good engine and you wanted a reliable engine. And dadgummit, because you wanted one, and to hell with what your wife said that you couldn't buy. Ross Childs, 08 2500, 6.7 Cummins, 178,000 miles stock. Tips for maintaining the EGR and DPF systems and prolonging the truck. Maintaining the DPF and EGR systems. Make sure that if you are using any aftermarket fueling systems, the performance boxes, things like that, make sure that you're using them responsibly. I will say responsibly. Don't be ripping and running around town on kill all the damn time. And do your due diligence in your purchase. Make sure that the tuning companies that you use talk about how their tuning affects DPF and EGR function. Make sure you keep clean fuel in the truck. Clean fuel is something that they don't talk about as far as all of this goes, but it's the same thing just like anything else. If you get crappy fuel, you're going to have other problems inside the truck as far as the emissions are concerned. It is going to make a different composition of your emissions if you're running bad fuel. Run good fuel. And another thing that we don't talk about enough is your air intake system. Not changing your air intake system, but make sure that you're keeping your air filter clean. Make sure that you're keeping your radiator and your intercooler stack cleaned out. Because again, that is something that affects emissions. If you have a clogged up intercooler stack or you have a clogged up air intake, you're going to produce fuel when you shouldn't be producing fuel, for lack of a better term, and you're going to be putting more gases into the DPF and the EGR when they probably shouldn't be there at levels they shouldn't be at. So pay attention to all those things. Those are all going to be good things. Use injector cleaner as well. So Marshall Howard, I like that. Maybe just a gear chatter if you're idling in gear. That's another good one. It happens when I lug around first and second. As soon as I give it more throttle, it clears out. That sounds like a lug to me, Brent. And try to stay away from that, man. Don't. And we talk about this on the show all the time. Let your truck hear. Don't hear something, and then you start focusing on that, and then actively trying to get the truck to do it over and over and over, so you can see if you can keep hearing it. It's the definition of insanity. If you keep doing something over and over again, and you're expecting a different result, it's not going to happen. So there you are. Just stop doing it and start actively looking for what it is, because just making it do the sound isn't going to tell you what it is unless you're trying to test something, or you're listening in different positions, or you got somebody outside the truck listening for it. So just watch it in case you're having a failure. There's just a little worry. Yeah, I would say clears up and accelerate. Exactly, Lug. Pull an 8,000-pound camper. Should I stick with a Duramac and Allison trans, or will 6.7 Cummins work just fine? Either one of them are going to be just fine. Trent, listen to what we said about some of the upgrades that you can do to 68R FE to help that. Don Pence, how is the new clutch? Don, that may be a cheap shot at me because my clutch in my red truck is going out. If not, he may be talking about
he's replying to Brent. Does it show? So
how new is the clutch? I always talk about Brent's question.
Behind the scenes producing here, does it show you on the screen when they reply to someone else?
Yeah, replying to Brent.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't play it.
Yeah, they don't even need you anymore. Don's got this.
Yeah, Don's got this, so Trent's got it. Talking about it, just in case something happens and we don't get back to Q&A this month, which I'm sure that we will. I guess we'll talk about our Halloween sale, and I'll let Adam kind of take off on that.
It's a normal thing. If you've been a Thoroughbred customer before, you know what the Halloween promotion is going to be. That's coming up soon. If you haven't been around with us for a while, then I would suggest you get entered into our email list, and that way you'll be the first one to know when the Halloween promotion is live.
Yeah, so Don, I saw it. I knew you wouldn't know now that you're replying to Brent. I've been having, my clutch has been slipping in my 24 valve truck, so that seems like everybody around the shop knows about it. So everybody likes to take cheap shots around here. Also, right now we have pack brakes back on sale. Certain pack brake numbers have huge sales on. So again, if you guys were thinking about maybe doing an exhaust brake on a truck, now is a really, really good time to do it. A lot of new parts on the website as well that we've been working through. We've kind of been going back and going into some of our manufacturers that we had on the website as well. Some stuff we didn't have on the website. We're trying to get things like that up.
I don't know if we've talked about it on the show, but we launched a new section on the site not too long ago. We sent out an email on it, that kind of stuff. But we do have a designated towing section on the website.
Yeah, that's new for us.
Yeah, it's parts we've always had, but the shoppability of it for you all on our site hasn't been great. So we've really been trying to work on that so that you all can get on there and find the parts that you need to hook your truck up to something. Yes. One way or another, whether it's a turnover ball, if it's a tow and stow hitch, or if it's a fifth wheel connection. I think we've even got some adapters from Gen Y hitch on there too. So a lot of options there. Hopefully you guys will check that out.
Keith Mallett said 08 F350 6.4 going to be lifting the cab to replace the oil cooler and the exhaust manifolds. There is a broken stud. Any suggestion on other things I should do while the cab is up? I'm going to tell you, while the cab is up, just do everything that you can, man. Honestly, I would do both of the EGR coolers while you're up there if the truck's got high mileage on it. I would also tell you to take a very, very hard look at both your high and low side chargers. Charger failures are one of the big failure points on the 6.4, so check them as far as play goes on your shaft, and see if any of that jumps out to you, and maybe consider go ahead and doing a turbo swap while you've got the cab up. What new Donaldson do you plan to release going forward for the year? Going forward for the year, so the CP3 conversion is a big one, and we're going to do two today. We just did one for Anderson Hitch, which is going to be a really nice video, and then we have got a 2020 Ford overview, Don, that you might be interested in. We are going to be doing a 7.3 injection pump installation, a high pressure oil pump. We're going to be doing that within the next couple of weeks. Tim P, that would be one that probably interests you.
Probably something on my truck soon. I don't remember what it was.
We'll talk about turbo changes on your truck.
We did that, and we also talked about possibly doing an exhaust brake install on my truck. Exhaust
brake install possibly on Adam's truck. That's an 05 Dodge. And that will probably, as far as big time technical videos, that'll probably round us out. 2021, something that we had been talking about is doing more leaning towards trying to do maybe one programmer video per month. So hopefully by end of 2021, we've done 12 different programmers on possibly 12 different vehicles. It's just something that we want to concentrate on because it's one of the biggest sectors that we sell is programming. So programmers are something we're going to try to concentrate on for 2021. Don, thank you for that question. That was a good one, man. Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes, exactly right. 6.4. If you're in the it's in the air, replace the body mounts for sure, 100%. Don, you get the special hat for the day, man, because dadgum, you've worked your butt off today. So that's really all we've got. Cats got Mississippi State this weekend. Mike Leach. We hope for a win. We don't know because we don't want to be 0-3, and they don't want to be 1-2. So here we both are, and really nothing other than that going on. Just trying to keep on keeping on. If you need us for anything, just let us know. You're always welcome to call. Ask for Adam and I by name for something we can do to help you. Hopefully get to see you guys in, obviously we're going to talk to you before then, but any of you guys that are watching right now that are show goers, I think we're done with shows for the year. Hope to see you guys in the spring for sure. We can all get out of quarantine and start enjoying life again. So I'm going to answer Brent Bailey's question before I go. Should I worry about the VP44 pump when using Quasi performance box at 75 horsepower or 30 horsepower with no lift pump? Brent, you absolutely should. Lift pump, lift pump, lift pump. Brent, I know that you probably don't want to hear that, but I promise you, if anybody tells you that you can use a performance adder for a VP44 truck on a stock lift pump, they're a crackhead, they're not your friend, and you don't need that kind of negativity in your life. So with that, we're going to say goodbye, and arrivederci, and the Moonlight Diesel crew, I see you guys. Patrick, thank you all for tuning in. You guys have a good day.